You did it!
I won't have a problem.
Good job! You did it on camera!
You did not. Are you serious?
Cool rock out here in the creek, and you can see that the water shoots through there and around the rock, and probably goes around this rock a little. I doubt it really goes much because it has the full creek this way, but still pretty neat. If only that thing was a little more in and like the water shot both sides around it, it'd probably have a really cool depression where the water's been rapidly flowing through it for years. But still kind of cool. It's a nice creek. It's a pretty creek. Don't know what creek it is. Could be Bay Creek. We laugh at that because it's an inside joke to call every creek Bay Creek, because you see it everywhere. Bay Creek is just all over the place. So I'm gonna try to figure out a good way to cross, I guess, up there. Pretty area though, folks. All right, folks. Away from the fall area, now exploring the bluffage, because that's what you do when there's a line of bluffage that you've never seen before. There's a lot of it out here, and really no trails, so it just tells me it's not probably explored that much. Who knows what we can find? Might find some arches and cool windows and old settlement and skeletons and everything else. Alrighty, folks. Found this cool area edging the bluffage. It's like crack in the bluff, where the bluff was probably attached to at one time and earthquakes or whatever made it crack. And then there's that beautiful scene. Just a really pretty area. It almost makes me want to paint it if I ever get good enough to paint stuff like this. It's really cool, and really cool boulders and stuff all around it. Really, just a pretty area, and definitely glad I finally made it out here. You know, I've been kind of missing out, but I'm kind of liking it because I'm sharing these places, you know, I never get to see with a person I really love.
Aww.
Michelle. Look at that. I got an all out of her and a quit in one same sentence. All right. Made it. What? It was pretty easy. Mm-hmm. Now we're continuing down the hallway here, the bluffage hallway, and see what next obstacle gets in our way. Huh? That was our little dog walk. Cool tree. Very cool tree holding up the bluffage up there. That's why it hasn't fell yet, because the tree's holding up. But look at this amazing shot to come down to. Isn't that crazy, folks? That twisted snap tree and all the boulders and the bluffage. Wow. That's amazing looking. Beautiful. It's all sorts of interesting boulder stuff going on up here. Thought I'd show that. Like this rock, that, really interesting. Big beech tree that's practically uncarved. I don't think there's any carvings on it because I don't think people really come this way. Quite interesting. All right, folks. We can take the easy way that way. Look at all this pretty stuff out here. Or we could take the much more, road less traveled this way. I don't know what the end of this is. It could be a nest of cougars wrapped in timber rattlesnakes and Bigfoot, but
We won't know.
maybe there's an awesome thing that no one has ever seen into the crack that I'm going. The Bluffage crack. Bluffage can have cracks too. Whoa. If the camera goes down really fast, that means I fell. Just so you know. Hopefully, I'm the one editing this later. Oh, cool. Pretty big in here. Looks like it'd be a tighter squeeze. A lot of leaves. Oh, that's pretty neat. There's Michelle. It is pretty cool. And there's light at the end. Oh, there's some. Oh, look, a bird. I don't know what kind of bird it is.
Pigeon.
Pigeon?
Uh-huh.
Hey, pigeon. Hey, pigeon. Bopping your head like there's music going.
Could be in its mom.
Oh, look at that. At the end, we got to pigeons. That's kind of...
No cougars or snakes?
No cougars, no snakes, no Bigfoot, but at least there's a critter, and that one flew off, and I didn't even see it fly off. Unless a Bigfoot snatched it. This is definitely bluffage galore. I mean, it's everywhere. Really cool bluffage. Big shelters. Just overall awesome bluffage. Look at that crack. That sucker cracked. Shifted, something happened. Just really cool area. Alrighty. Check out this. Curvature of the bluffage. The bluffage is pretty out here. It keeps going for a while. Looked at the maps, topo map, and it doesn't really stop. Should be ways we can get back on top. We'll bushwhack back to where we're parked, but pretty cool area. Very pretty. You know, everyone's always looking for some Native American rock art in the bluffage, when the bluffage itself has plenty of art that's natural, like all this banding. This ain't just at Garden of the Gods. You can find this stuff all over the Shawnee. It's cool. It is really cool. Beautiful. Beauty alert. Oh yeah. All sorts of banding. That is cool. Okay, we have made our way up the bluffage. Kind of petered out a little bit, found a trail. And now we're on this cool barrens. I love barrens. It's one of my favorite little features in the forest. I just like how it's bluff on top, all the moss and stuff. You could usually find prickly pear cactus. We found a bunch. All the trees are gnarly up here. Just a really pretty area in the forest, and there's quite a bit of it in the Shawnee. And I love when we can find it. It's actually my favorite place to go and lay down a towel and tan. It's just very hot up here usually, and I really like to come up here and kind of tan in the summer months. So that's my little secret for everyone. Find you a barrens that no one usually goes to, that's kind of remote, and that could be your tanning spot. And depending on how you like to tan, if there's no one around, well, you're free to tan.
No, you're not.
You know. Yeah, no nudity in the forest, that is right. But barrens are cool. Alrighty folks, so found an old structure of sorts, and Michelle found a cistern that's has a bunch of stuff buried on it. Oh yeah, definitely a cistern that's been tried to cover it up, which is good, you know, means no one's gonna fall in it. But we thought we seen some big trees and stuff out here, and usually around these barrens you can usually find old settlement, I've noticed. But there's some big trees and some old forest or old wagon roads, not forest roads, wagon roads, and then this little buried cistern, and then these blocks. These are definitely something was here. So cool, good find. Had to mark this on GPS. Alrighty folks, if you could see this old fencing. And then I noticed this block before I did the fencing, but if you could see it, there's a block, a couple of blocks, block over here. This is like a foundation, you know, the house, the structure, I don't know if it was a house, the structure set on these blocks, and then they had fencing, and this ain't too far from the cistern, so that makes sense, you know. And who knows, could have been a house at one time here, could have been a church. But you see this big tree right there. Usually when you see those big trees like that out here in pine groves and all that, it's usually signs of old settlement. So just start looking, definitely looking down for wells. That should be your safety priority. But definitely start looking for signs of the past, because you might find it, and it's really cool. You know, it's history. Makes you, what I hate about it is I just don't know the history, you know. I want to know the history. But it's really cool. Okay. Back on the forest road, heading towards where I parked my vehicle, which is not too far away. Pretty good hike. Pretty forest. Very pretty forest, pretty creek in there. A lot of briars over. Yikes! Not going that way. You first. Pretty good place to visit, though. I recommend it. It's a nice forest road. If you have a good vehicle, you could probably drive down it for quite a while. I don't know how far it goes. I need to figure, you know, just come out here and drive down it one day. I'd like to do more of that, just take cruises down these old roads, because you can legally do it. Just some places are going to be rough. Or bring a mountain bike.
Why would you carve Dad in the tree? This tree right here.
That's what I call a deadbeat dad.
Random.
So weird. But if you like this video, please hit like. Helps me out. Please subscribe to my YouTube if you're not already subscribed. Have a couple other social media channels. I'll leave all of them in the description below. Feel free to leave a comment. Tell me what you thought. There's more trails out here. Let me know if you want me to keep exploring more. And share this video, especially on social media. I love it when you all do that. So thanks again for watching another episode of Hiking with Shawn. What is that?
An air conditioner.
An air conditioner. Huh.
'Cause it's hot out here.
Hot, yeah. And until next time, I'll see you on the trail or the forest road. There's my truck. Good to see it. Hopefully all the tires are intact. Hopefully. If not, I'm gonna send Michelle to get me new tires. I'm gonna send her out on a journey. There's another little trail. There's a blaze too. Yeah, there's all sorts of little trails through here.